too. So there's that. I got, you know, more of the ends, which I'll use, which, like I said, is always a bonus, man. You cut this up and for steak and eggs, or, you know, whatever you want to do. Now, since I'm not going to roast this whole thing, I can get another fillet out of it. So what I'm going to do is take one end of it off, and then the other. And look, now I got another steak just out of the head part. So I got 6 steaks out of that one, and you know, some good scraps that are left for whatever you want to do with them. I mean, these are still, even a small steak, you know, where steak and eggs could be roasted. I mean, you can utilize it. Don't want to throw any of that away. But like I say, I got 6 out of that. So these on this plate real quick. Now, luckily for you guys, I have another one. Let me get a shot of that. This one's about 5.5 pounds, so you'll get to see another lesson on the same thing. That way, if you didn't catch it the first time, you'll be able to see it all over again. Take it to the sink here. Get the packaging off. There we go. Get some of that blood off. Alright, there we go. Now, here we go. Same thing. You're going to have the chain part. You're going to find that. But see, you got, this one's a little more fattier, if you could see that, than the first one. Like I said, you could try to peel off some of the fat if you can. Some of it sometimes don't want to. So in that case, you just want to be real careful. There you go. Find you a spot like I just did. And look, see, some of it peels right off. I took a little bit there. And that's just the outer layer of the fat, not the silver skin. So getting that off. And then, like I say, you can take your fingers and almost literally pull the chain. I mean, it's naturally separating itself, like I said. Look, all the way down. So, I mean, pretty much you can fold it out. And then you just pick up the end where it's at. And then look, like, I mean, I'm barely even doing anything. There you go. And it peels off, just like so. Now you want to get to the head part, which is up top here once again. And you'll see usually a big chunk of fat right there that could peel off. I don't know if I'm going too fast. But you want to take your knife again. And you know, you can get down in there and, you know, like I said, I've did it so many times, it's just natural. But, you know, you could take your time, get down in there and just make sure you're not cutting into the meat, you know, making big holes in it and stuff like that, because that'd be a shame. There's the head, I'll put that aside, and then we'll just do the same thing as last time. Start getting where the, let's see, right here, take knife. So I'm going to go in there, holding my knife up at an angle, up towards it, get a little piece, and then let the knife do its work. And I'm just sort of, just to show you, but see, not very much meat at all, and that's what you want. And then you just want to keep doing the same thing like I said, if you never did it before, just take your time, no rush. It's better you taking your time than wasting, you know, a bunch of meat and having big chunks of silver skin with, you know, a big chunk of meat. So, and you know, just getting comfortable with it, but it pays off, you know. It saves a lot of money when you do it yourself. There we go. So you just want to, like I said, make sure you get most of this, or all of the silver skin. Most of the fat, like I say, it'll render down depending on what you're doing with it. There we go. And then we're going to flip it over to the other side, like I said, and you'll see on this side again, you know, it'll dip in, and that's where the bones have been. That's where you get your beef ribs from. So you just want to take your knife a little bit, and you're just cleaning it up some. You don't want people eating these, especially if you're going to cook it medium rare, you know, big chunks of the fat and stuff like that, which is where the ribs are where at and stuff. So you're just going to trim up as much as you can. This little piece right here. You know, once you have it in front of you and see it, you know, watch this vid, then you'll understand. Oh yeah, okay. See what he's talking about now. So once again, got it cleaned up. There's the head. It's going to have some fat and stuff on it too. So we'll put that aside just slightly. You know, you say you got to have a good sharp knife. I mean, like I said, you can do it with a chef's knife. It's just that, think about it, with this blade, and then you're going in there, you're going to have more of a chance. These are heavy and denser of getting in there and getting more meat with the silver skin, as opposed to having a thinner blade. You know, boning knives are lighter, and you know, these are what they're made for. And they're real thin. You know, want to sharpen it up before you do this. Like I did that earlier. I didn't think I had to show you with my knife sharpener. Everybody's got, you know, their own knife sharpener or whatever, but, or stone, whatever you use. Anyway, there's the head again. So while I got it in front of me, I'm going to just go ahead and get a filet out of it. I might be able to get two out of it. See, sometimes they're bigger. All depends on, obviously, how much they weigh, how you butcher them. So if I can, I'm going to just take a little, let's see what I can do here, because this one fills a good 14 ounces, so I might be able to get 2 7-ounce steaks out of it. Let's see here. Yeah, that one's a little smaller, but ooh, this one's good. It ain't too bad. Put these over here. Alright, now, see, thin tail, can't really get a steak out of that, so that's the thing. You get, that's why they charge so much. You get some waste with these, so, well, not waste, you can reuse them, but as far as steaks, you don't get steaks out of them. Alright, and then, so we're going to go, and I always like, when it gets thinner right here, as you can see, you got, it's thin right here, but then it starts to get wider. That's when you get the good steaks. That's why they call like center cut with filet mignon or pork. That's literally, you know, the center, the nice meaty part. But what I do and did in restaurants and stuff is with the thinner part, you go up more, and then you can flatten it out. And then, you know, once you throw it on the grill, get it cooking, it'll sear up and stuff like that. And I mean, it's still a nice cut of meat, you know. But then here's your center cuts right here. So, and these are just, that's the the beauty. Center cut right here. Got that one. And as you can see, it doesn't take no time, especially if you do it a few times and get comfortable with it. So out of those two, I got, let's see here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I got 12 nice steaks out of 2. And then of course, bowl full of the scraps, which is still, you know, like the chain, you're gonna have to break down some of the silver skin, obviously you could see, but there's still meat in there that can be used and grind it up. Now if you're gonna grind it, you know, you need to get all the silver skin out and cut it down and dice it, or else, you know, that silver skin gets in your grinder, it's going to clog it up, and that's not good. But you know, then you save some of the fat so you can make your own beef to fat ratio, you know. And then, like I say, you'll have the ends here, which can be used for a lot of things. Like this one's flatter, man. You could, you know, let's see. Move this out of the way real quick. Cut it, you know, into thin strips, like so. There's some stir fry, you know what I mean? Little beef and broccoli stir fry, whatever you like. You know, there's a million things you can do with it. You know, dice it up, just saute it with some mushrooms. For beef stroganoff, just sear it, slice it with some steak and eggs. So, you know, you don't want to waste any of it, that's for sure. But like I say, with the chain, you want to get as much of the silver skin off. And it, you know, it comes up, you know, just do like you did with the tenderloin. Just go in there and, you know, it'll peel itself off. And, you know, just let the knife do the work. And, you know, takes practice. But as far as, you know, 12 steaks, you gotta think, man, you paid $30-35 a pop. If you went out to a restaurant, you know what I mean? These were about $50-something a piece, and I got 12 steaks out of them. So $100 for 12 steaks, it's less than $10 a steak, and it's filet mignon. So not too shabby, and you got the scraps. So, any questions or anything, just comment. I'm going to clean this all up, wrap these steaks up. I'll be grilling them tomorrow. I might show you a clip of that before I go to the house and cook for these people at their homes, so, or at the home. Might give a shot of that too, just to show you guys what I do as a personal chef. Other than that, I'm Chef Z. I'll be talking to you again. Please rate, comment, subscribe, or whatever. I'll be showing more instructional videos as well as cooking videos. Like I said, I just had these on hand and just thought it might be pretty cool to show somebody how to break down a beef tenderloin. Get some nice steaks out of it. Peace out. Have a good night.